second week of April now, so I thought I'd better do my second tour of the year. Just look at the plot there. There's not a lot in the beds at the moment because stuff is ready to go out. These here, we've got the 6 carrot tanks, and they do need topping up, although I have manured them earlier this year. I actually put a layer of manure in the bottom, re-put the soil in, but the soil level needs topping up, and that's one of the jobs, well, 2 jobs this week, to top these up and do the first sowings of the carrots. So that's the 6 carrot tanks. Moving on to this bed here, we've got the garlic and elephant garlic. They're doing very well. I might give these a little feed of maybe chicken pellet manure or something. The ground was actually cracking up, but we had a decent share of rain last night, and that seems to have done the trick, and I'm looking the better for it. So I'll be giving those a little feed. I've just got to hop around this little part here. On this bed here, it's still got manure in at the moment, so the plan for this is to have it as a flower bed. I've got some flower seeds germinating already. I'll show you in the greenhouse a little bit later on. But I need to turn that manure in there, but that's quite well rotted, so that shouldn't be a problem. And the last thing on this part here, we've got this hard base which is put down. And again, another job for this week. I want to start building the veggie pod and get that into action. So that's this first route. Let's have a look at the first beds here. I did turn these 3 beds over with the rotavator. I mentioned it in the last episode, and these are destined for the alliums, the onions. I'm not sure what's going where yet, but in the cold frame I've got the shallots. They were desperate to go out, and again that's another job which will have to be done, well, definitely this week. The other thing I'm going to sort out is the netting to prevent the allium leaf minder. So I've got some little frames I want to knock up. I don't know if I'll be using my little Enviromesh frames. I'm thinking of doing a gantry style with angle line, but we'll see as it goes along. Anyway, these beds are looking nice, especially now, say we had a good fall of rain last night, and I'm ready for planting. These are. These beds here are where the potato buckets are going to go. They've been heavily manured, and the buckets are just going to be sunk into the ground, only a little bit, but the manure will actually feed the soil. And also, as usual, I'll be planting my sunflowers in between, probably in the top bed because it gets more light, for the Sunflower Challenge 2020, hosted by Nick's Allotment. I've already got 12 buckets here of first earlies. Those are the Swift. There's 12 buckets there of second early of the Charlotte, and I've still got 12 buckets for the top, which will be the Soy Palmyra main crop. You saw it probably in the last video, the net in there, because the fox played a little trick on me and dug half the buckets there, but that seems to have stopped him. So this here is the potato bed, and again, looking okay. This doesn't look so good here. Believe it or not, underneath here we've got asparagus. Unfortunately, this is caused because of the clean-up we've done and the recent situation we're all in. The local tip's not available, so I'm having to store the rubbish somewhere. But I see people on YouTube, the asparagus is starting to pop up now, so I do need to get that off and put it somewhere else. But we'll have to see what we can do. That's me head on there. The strawberry bed, I've tidied that up. I've given it a good feed of liquid comfrey, and it's done it the world of good. It's really bulked it up. The leaves are looking nice and green. We have got a cold snap coming in tonight. It could be just below freezing, so I don't think we've got any flower buds on yet, so that shouldn't cause any problems at all. And we'll look on this bed here. This bed here is going to be where me peas go, parsnips, swede. I think I might do the beetroot and stuff like that. And on this side here, all this bed is going to be the brassicas. This has been well manured, and I have dug it in. And the last couple of days I've actually done the gardener's dance on and pressed it all down, so it is nice, tight, compact, and again that's ready to go. If you notice along the side, there's quite a few boards need replacing. I have got some boards in the garden, so I can do that as and when required. I think that's about it for these ones. For these brassica beds, I've got cauliflower, a couple of varieties, cabbage, a couple of varieties, sprouts and broccoli. And what I want to try and do this year is do a double sowing, because in past years when the brassicas have come out, the beds have really not done much. So once the brassicas go in there, I have got lettuce and stuff I'm going to do into planting now and try and make use of the ground instead of just wasting it. So these are the brassica beds. As usual, I'll be putting the line pins up with the gutter across and then putting the protective netting over the top to keep the butterflies out. I did tell you the story with the bean cage. You can see the glass has gone now. It is rather in a tired state, tipping over, but that's going to do me for this year. I'm not going to rush something just to get it up. I can be quite happy that this will support the beans, runners and French beans for this year, and then we can start about thinking rebuilding the base of this. The clean-up continues around here, and it does look a bit of a mess at the moment. As I said, it's having no tip available, you're playing Tetris with the rubbish, but there's no other option for the time being. I've got plans for this area. I want to slab quite a lot of it, and I'll probably move my garden bench up the top down here, because I'm facing, it's what now, 10 o'clock, we've got the sun, and we're going to have the sun all day here right until it goes down. So it's a nice relaxing area. And the area which is where I usually grew my broad beans, that's going to disappear now, and I think I'm going to turn that into another cowl frame, because I've realised how invaluable the cowl frame has actually been this year, first time in use, and mine now is full, which we'll have a look at in a little bit. Let's go and have a look in the greenhouse. Right, inside the allotment greenhouse now, it's a bit rampacked and untidy in certain areas, but we'll still carry on anyway. Start off here, this large tray here. I always keep this fairly topped up with water, and I use it as a bottom watering tray for the plants in the greenhouse. Keeping it full, it keeps it at the ambient temperature, and it's not so much of a shock when you do the bottom watering. This pot here, I think these onions was left in the cowl frame over the winter, and there's bone dry. I fetched them out, put a bit of water in, they seem to have sparked into life, so I'm not actually sure what they are. I have a tray of lettuce here, and this one is called the Oak Leaf Smile. It's a nice green lettuce, and they do a red version as well, Nirvana, which I've got some in the little tent farther along. I'll show you in a moment. Cell trays here, this is spinach Amelia. I sowed them late yesterday afternoon, so you might see those in the next video. And next door to that, we've got the sunflowers, taking part in the Sunflower Challenge 2020, again hosted by Nick's Allotment. This variety is called Titan, and there's just two left just to start poking their heads up yet, but fairly good germination on those. That was the seed, if you remember. I'd saved the seed from me last year's plant, and the mice had ate most of it. I've just got a few left. This tray here is it's a cut and come again salad crop. Second sign for this year, because the first one is here. I don't know, I'm shooting into the sun here, so it might not show too good. But we're picking regularly off that, and it just keeps going. It's amazing. It's a mixed variety. I think I've got about 3 or 4 different seeds, spicy lettuces, and jumble them up in a packet, and I just scatter them onto the tray. And so that one there, I think it's only been in, well, definitely less than a week, and you can see already it's starting to sprout up. This tray here is the Kelsey plug plants, the ones out from DT Brown's. Should have been 20 in the packet, actually got 32 out of them, which is a bonus crop, that is. They've only been potted on 4 days, looking okay. Next along is the dahlias. These are the ones that I've grown these from seed, and so I've potted these on into the mix of coir and sheep wool compost. and looking fairly good. I've got a few little damage on some of the leaves knocking around there, but you know, it can be expected on the dahlias this time of year. And on the end there, my first sowing of carrots. These are the sweet candle. One or two starting to pop the reds up now with this warm sunshine, but so we have got a frost coming up. Now just move up into the inner plastic grow tent. All these are my seed onions. I'm very happy with these. These are a mixture of Ramrod, Johnson's Exhibition and Bedfordshire Champion. And so they don't look too bad. Watering, I've got trays and the ones at the back, and I just fill the tray up and, well, not fill it up, put water in and they soak up what they want. Seem to be quite happy with that, and there's plenty of light. Looking underneath, there's a few more onions. Not sure the variety, number 2, whatever that is, similar to the ones on the top. I've got a tray of beetroot here, and again that's ready to go out. Another thing, what was going to go out into the veggie pod, but that's not built yet, so I might do another second sowing of that in the next day or two. Some lettuce there. This one here had donated to me, and I think this one is Windsor Density. One of the plot elders kindly donated a tray of that. More trays of lettuce. You can see we like lettuce in our house. This is the oak leaf again, the red variety, and this is called Nirvana, although it doesn't look very red at the moment. You can see the leaves just starting to turn on a few of them. And this one here is, let's just move across. Oh, that's a variety, that's Lolo Rosso, which is popular amongst many people. Just pop across to the side here. These are some onion sets. I think these are Red Baron. I thought I'd pop these in as a backup more than anything, but I haven't got any red onions at all from seed, so this was a last resort. One just starting to pop up. I think these only went in 6 days ago, 5 days ago, so plenty of time for them to show. Moving down a level, we got the bit of everything there. There's some peppers and chilies potted on, but you see someone's been munching at them again. I don't know what it is, but I don't. 6 pots there again. This was a donation from another plot elders, and this is called Celeriac. It's a bit of an in-joke amongst, I think it's Terry King, I'll pronounce it. We've got celery starburst, that's recently been sown. Can't see any sign of anything popping up yet. And believe it or not, these here are the Zebrun. You remember I've had a nightmare germinating these. Well, I just put in these Agriland plug trainers, 1 per cell, and the germination's been fantastic. No bottom heat at all, just stuck in here, so that could have been the issue, really too hot. On the back there is some more, half a dozen brassicas. I think they're a golden acre cabbage, not sure. I did another sowing yesterday of some more sunflowers. This one's called Sunzilla, again donated by another plot elder the seeds were, so we'll see how they go. And along the back I've got something popping up, I can't actually see. Oh, that's some cosmos there. That needs to come out into the light now because it is starting to go a bit stringy. And in the back, French marigolds, nothing. I've had poor germination with my marigolds this year for some reason. So anyway, quick onto the bottom tray. The begonia tubers is just starting to wake up now. You can, sorry, begonia corms. Is it corms? Yeah. And them just starting to wake up. You can just see some of the little shoots popping up. There's my candle eater. And right on the bottom there is a tray of zinnias that I've sown as well. Just have a look at the fruit trees on and around the plot. This one is the cherry tree. I'm not sure what variety is. Full of blossoms, best it's ever been. This is I'd give this quite a big pruning in the summer. Chopped some thick branches out, and it does seem to have affected it. So hopefully that's a lot of fruit we got on the way, providing the birds don't beat us to it. Next door to here we got this Egremont russet. Now this was only, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago. I'll give this a right hacking, and again we've got plenty on. It did open up the air to it because it was getting a bit congested. There's a lot of crossing branches, and I was hoping that it would fruit, but all the same though I did expect to have an effect on it, but it don't seem to have. So we'll look forward to seeing how that one performs. Looking into the coal frame now, we've got 3 gutters apiece. The first 2 were sewn together, and the third one was about 5 or 6 days later. We have got plenty of shoots showing up on the first 2, so that's a good sign. We have the brassicas. There's cabbages, cauliflowers, Brussels sprouts and calabrese in there, mix of everything. These really could do with going out, and once this cold snap has passed, I'll be popping them out. We've got a couple of dahlias. I hadn't got the nerve to throw these out. Got no space in the greenhouse on the allotment, so I'll put them in there, and they've survived, so they deserve it. These are the shallots, the golden gourmet. Again, they really need to go out. That's cruelty leaving them in there. It's absolutely root bound. So another one to go out in the bed since the frost has gone. Here we've got the leeks at the back, Musselburgh. Steve Greenwell, Digwell Greenfingers, sorry Steve, had the same issue with these. We've got the ones there which are sparse, them are called stocky. Don't get many in there, but the other ones at the back, these ones are the favourites, Musselburgh. And just below there we got the sweet peas, Hilda's mix off Andy's. He sent them kindly to me, and I pinched the tops out not long ago, and they seem to be doing okay. So I might be doing a little wigwam or something to throw them up. So that's the coal frame as it is, and the rhubarb's making an appearance at last. It's not a very early variety this, so it's coming on about the usual stage. The pear tree then, that's got loads of blossom on it and all, so I don't know whether it's going to be a special year for fruit trees or what. This is a Williams variety, and last few years it's performed well, and it looks as though we're going to reward us again this year. The final fruit tree on the plot is this one, and it's the Golden Delicious apple. Another one which has had a quite severe haircut, but again still plenty of blossom on the tree, so can look forward to some more fruit on here. This is say the apples on here really store well. I've even left them outside during the winter, and they still managed to hang on. Right, let's go and have a look at the greenhouse in the garden. Have a quick look into the greenhouse in the garden. These are the various tomato plants, and they're doing fairly good, potted on. Some nice thick stems on there. A few different varieties in there, but quite a lot of Crimson Crush, as you know, they're my favourite. Not so good here on the cucumbers. Coming to the greenhouse this morning, they've wilted. These was in fine condition yesterday, and I've no idea what's caused it at all. Just as though them died in front of me, and I haven't got a clue at all what that is. There's a chilli there, that's my Armageddon chilli, that's okay. And it's the same as these ones here. They look as though there's 2 or 3 looking a bit sick. No idea what's caused it. As far as I'm aware, we didn't have a frost last night, and but I don't know, we'll just have to see what happens. Not sure how well this will show up, but I've put them all back in the Vitapod propagator, poured some water into the bottom, put the heat really high, and it's increased the humidity, and guess what? I'm back to life again. Well, that's a bit of a relief anyway. Let's go and give Sparky a run. So that's the state of play midway through April. It's amazing looking at the contrast between the 3 months, how things have come on. Still plenty of work to do on the plot, mainly planting out now. So stay safe out there, abide by the rules, and we'll get through all this. Until next time, see you later. Bye for now.